So, shall I start with my introduction? My name is Mohit, and I am having more than 15 years of experience in DevOps and DevSecOps and other cybersecurity verticals such as VAPT, pen testing, red teaming, cloud security, a little bit of compliance as well. So, I have worked in both sides, like service-based companies to product-based companies, and I have worked with almost 9 to 10 domain clients like BFSI, your fintech, your e-commerce companies, e-learning based companies, publishing houses, retail-based companies. So I worked with almost all of them, right? And some more capacity from the security perspective or from the DevOps perspective. So we have planned it in such a way that it will be of 8 months course, 230 hours of practical training, right? It could be more or less, depending upon the pace that we are going at, because we have seen the people are from different domains like IT or from application supports. Uh, Although there are some folks who are from DevOps background and having great experience, like past 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years, but we'll make sure that you guys also get some advanced tooling hands-on or the architecture point of view that you want to learn or that you want to brush up. We'll work on that as well, right? So uh, the target audience we have already discussed, right? It will be you guys. So we have planned it in such a way that it could cater to all, right? In the first month, we're gonna discuss the Linux for DevOps, wherein we will be discussing how many of you are comfortable with Linux environment and the scripting? I, everyone, okay.
I have some exposure. That's it. Not I'm not a master, but some exposure is there.
Okay, great. So we're gonna write some like we'll see few commands initially for the folks who are not aware about that, and then we're gonna write some script. We'll do some kind of automation, basic automation that we can do from the DevOps perspective as well, when on from the security perspective as well, right? Uh, then we'll learn about file systems and Linux permissions and process management and system monitoring and troubleshooting. I'll also try and see if I can give you some of the uh, games, or we'll do it in such a way that it will be very interactive for all of us, right? So for Linux, we'll also use this. I'm not sure like how many of you have heard it. Bandit challenges. So these are the challenges. Like prior to the course start, everyone can visit this website. This is free, right? And you can visit here and start learning the Linux concept. So what it is basically, they have certain levels, around 34 levels, wherein you'll get to learn about basic Linux command. So it is designed in such a way that you every level will unlock another level if you put in the right command or if you put in the right effort, right? And these are very basic ones, right? People who are from the DevOps background, they might clear them easily, but some of them are which are not from the Linux background, they might feel it very interactive and they can learn in a quicker manner, right? So this is we will gonna cover, right? And I would prefer if you guys do it prior we start the session, right? Um, the sessions which this is the webinar, but when we start the session, if you complete this prior to the session, it will make you more apt in the Linux commands. Right. Then in the second phase of the first month, we'll gonna cover networking and Git. And the space we can obviously decide on the basis of the speed or the efforts that we are going to see from you, right? We can obviously if people are able to cover up in a week, then we'll cover this Linux in a week itself, right? And we can also I can also uh, share some uh, commands for Windows or how we can do PowerShell, right? PowerShell is not in here, right, in the curriculum, but if case requires, we can do that as well, right? Then the networking and Git is another thing wherein how network works, what are the protocols, OSI layer, how data travels from one layer to another layer, right? So these kind of things we're gonna learn. Then get one version control system, how what it is, how it works. How many of you are familiar with Git?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm comfortable with it.
Okay, and has somebody used other tools? Sudhir and other folks have raised hands. Okay, so then we're gonna discuss those. We'll do GitHub collaboration and workflows. What are the branching strategies? How you can define branching for the new folks, or there are different level of folks while you are collaborating with them, right? Let's say if there is a junior developer and there is a lead, how you can put a branching protection within your SCM or source code repository management systems, right? And how you can set up best security best practices within that, right? That is we'll also gonna learn, right? We'll also try to do like deploy some of the Linux VM. We'll do some deployments on our own, right? We also have certain, we provide certain subscription to you guys, right? Wherein you can also learn from the videos, and you can also learn from the labs, right? So that you don't have to set up everything on your laptop if you are facing anything, right? Although we encourage if you do that, because then the more that you will practice it on your local system, the more you will learn, right? And the more you will learn troubleshooting. As I see somebody mentioned, troubleshooting is the one thing that she is aiming for within this course, right? So that is also there. Then the second month we will cover the containers and cloud basics, Docker, what it is, how it works, why it is needed, how Docker security is, why Docker security is important, right? What are the attacks that you can do within a Docker container, right? What are the sandbox bypasses? These kind of attacks we'll also gonna learn, right? Then do we have this master DevOps program in Hindi or English? So Munir, I can speak both, right? I am comfortable in both. Whatever you guys say, like the more votes we get, we can do it in that language. Uh, I'm assuming like how many of you are like comfortable with Hindi? Because I can see some of the folks are from. Everyone is comfortable with Hindi.
No, we need
Okay.
English.
So Munir, we have few folks who are not comfortable with Hindi, so probably we'll have to do it in English. But probably I can I can give an overview in Hindi as well. Okay. Yes. So yeah. So we were discussing Docker images, how to write Docker images, what are the things that are there, right? Then the CI/CD introduction. What is CI? What is CD? How it works? What are the different tools that are there, right, for CI and CD, right? Then we'll also, along with it, we'll also discuss the security aspects of things, right? So when we say shift left or DevOps or DevSecOps, we'll also have to take care of the security side of things, right? If you are doing this pre-commit hook, post-commit hooks, SaaS, or like you're building the code within that phase, we'll have to take care of the security like SAST scanning, static application security scanning, software composition analysis, wherein we'll be checking the packages, whether these packages are having any kind of vulnerabilities, right, around supply chain security related issues or licensing related issues, right? So we're gonna delve deeper into all of those kind of stuff as well, right? Apart from the CI/CD stuff. Then there are certain best practices that you need to maintain while doing it in a bigger or in a production environment. So whenever you are doing implementing CI/CD, what are the best practices that you can have, right, on a different environment like staging or QA or production? So that should be there. Then the third month, we're gonna discuss more about Kubernetes, right? How it works. So we have listed out majorly the DevOps component within the course, but uh, we'll also gonna cover what are the security best practices around Kubernetes, right? What are the tooling that is there around Kubernetes security? So there are a lot of Kubernetes security posture management tools. There are tools around policy management like OPA, Kyverno. These are the tools that are there which you can use to prevent any kind of drift that is there in your environment, right? So some tooling is proactive tooling and some is this what do you call reactive tooling. So we're gonna cover both. So most probably we'll also see the open source tooling, right? But I have worked upon the commercial side of things as well. So if you are using any kind of commercial tool from the security perspective within your environment, we'll also gonna cover those as well. So
Mohit, one thing over here. So,
yes.
are you going to showcasing how to write the like a config map as well as with the there are a lot of YAML files, right? For the helm values.yaml file, what sort of values we need to take, and there are template pod autoscaler template like this. Lot of things were there while we are considering the Kubernetes. So, are
Right,
you
right.
going to showcase all or exactly how it is?
So it will depend upon the questions or the expertise that you guys have, right? So if you have certain scenarios, whenever we are gonna start the Kubernetes session, you can let me know in the prior, right? Like these are the topics or these are the templates that I wanted to more focus upon. So I'll cover those as well. There is no issue on that. Right.
Okay.
So we can plan it in a way because see, I'll have to see it from all of the people that are there from the different background as well, from their perspective as well, right?
Right.
So yes, but if you have certain specific case studies or scenarios that you have in mind, probably we can uh, discuss those, and we can also build some templates around them and can help you with that as well.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So now then we'll gonna move to the infrastructure as a code. So wherein Terraform, Ansible, Cloud Formations, these things will come into the picture, right? And then there are security tooling around these like TerraScan. Then there are other tools as well, right? So we'll gonna discuss those in deep, and we can also discuss some playbooks that are there, right? We in the later months we'll also have alert management or incident management that is there, right? If you have worked upon tools such as Pause or PagerDuty, right? I'm sure people who are from the DevOps background they have used them, right? So we'll also gonna discuss those, how we can provision them and what kind of tooling is there, what kind of setup is there, how these are provisioned, right? So we'll discuss those as well. Then fifth month is a little bit of cloud that we have picked, right? You can choose AWS track or Azure tracks, right? So either of them as most of them are similar in nature. There are some services although that are different, but you can choose whichever you want us to go ahead with. We can pick that up and then we can start from there. Then 6 months we'll be covering monitoring, security, and scaling. Wherein how so I'm assuming so there is a DORA metrics which is there in the DevOps standards and framework because most of the product-based companies or most of the companies that are online in today's world they want you to maintain a 99.9% uptime, right? In order to maintain that, you'll have to keep up with your DORA metrics and you'll have to have everything every asset or every tagged asset should be in the monitoring should be having Prometheus or Grafana exporter installed so that you can see the uh, see whether there is any lag or there is any hindrance in the uptime. So we'll also gonna cover those. Then ELK stack is there. APM tools like New Relic is there. Will cover. Right. Then we'll also, as I mentioned, DevSecOps fundamentals, wherein if we have seen like now we know in the 6 month how DevOps is working, right? What are the flows? What are the steps? that we are doing. Now we'll start inculcating the security side of tooling in every step that is there. And I'll also, so there are some repercussions about it as well. So when you run some security tools within the pipeline, then there are timeline issues as well, right? So build starts taking more time, right? Normally, if a build is taking 2 minutes or 3 minutes, if you start integrating more tools, then it might take 10 minutes or 12 minutes. So how to resolve those kind of issues, right? What are the practices that you can embed, right, while doing that, and then on each layer how you can implement security tooling, right? Then there are secrets management and vault integration, how you can do that, compliance and security automation. So as somebody mentioned that he is from healthcare company, right? So we'll also talk about the different compliances of different industries. So HIPAA is for healthcare, then PCI DSS is for payment card or fintech industry. Then uh, the common ones are ISO 27001 and ITGC is one, right? So we'll also talk about those, little bit about their controls, right? And if somebody is having any kind of compliances within their organization and they're facing any challenges related to the controlling, templating, policies, so we can also discuss that as well. And how you can automate that. So there are automation tools now available in the market wherein you can track the progresses of your compliances. So there are tools such as Vanta, Sprinto, which is available in the market, and you can basically ingest the data of your vulnerability management tools or your cloud security tools, cloud environments, SIMs, or then they'll start giving you the health scorecard of your current posture of your environment. So we'll also discuss those. Then we'll discuss advanced DevOps practices like how you can create multi-environment pipeline, right? Blue-green deployment strategies, canary releases, pipeline as code and GitOps. Then cloud optimization. So cost optimization is something where most of the companies are focusing on nowadays, right? So that is also, there are some techniques which you can leverage in your organization to do that, right? We'll also discuss those. What are the techniques and how you can reduce down the cost of your environment. Then performance tuning and scaling, disaster recovery planning. So there is a compliance which is ISO 22301, which is business continuity and management system, wherein we'll talk about business continuity and disaster recovery. So what are the precautionary measures that you can uh, place within your P0 or the critical assets, so that if any kind of disasters or if any kind of a cybersecurity attack happened on your organization, so what are the steps that how you can deal with them, and how you can design your architecture in such a way that in case of a disaster, you will be able to easily recover from that. So there is a concept of RTO, RPO within that. So we'll talk about that in the detailed course. Then in the last month, we'll do some projects, deploy a comprehensive e-commerce or a banking-like application, wherein we'll see how we will design the pipeline from the security and DevOps both perspective, and see how it is running. I will also monitor the metrics of it, and that's how we're gonna complete this. So these are the few certifications or the coverage that along with this you will get. So Azure DevOps Engineer Expert, CK Certified Kubernetes Administration, Docker Certified Associate, HashiCorp Terraform Associate, Red Hat Certified System Admin, and Certified Jenkins Engineer. So all of the content of this will be provided, and a lab will be provided to you, wherein in the free time, so on the sessions, I'll be there to help you with any topic, and in your free time, so that you can go to our lab portal, and you can, if you wanted to do any kind of, like, you wanted to play around the tools and the content that we studied, so you can play with that and let us know in the next session that this is something that you have done, and these are the challenges that you are facing. Then the core skills that you will master by doing this course. These are the few job roles that you can pursue, right? Somebody mentioned about SRE, right, in the introduction. That's why I wanted to have that introduction so that we'll get to know like what is it that audience wants, right, and what is your need so that we can fulfill them. So these are some of the job roles: DevOps engineer, site reliability engineer, cloud engineer, infrastructure engineer, and automation engineer that you can pursue. These are the skills that you will master: Linux system admin and automation, container technologies that we have already discussed. Security integration, DevSecOps is there. So we'll also this if you want to. So DevOps, DevSecOps engineer role is not mentioned here, but you can also learn a lot from the security background because I am having I've done a lot of work in the security domain. So I will make sure that if somebody is trying to move their career from IT or DevOps to or from those domains to the security vertical, then probably you can do it. I can give you a full picture, right? Then these are the things that we discussed. The tooling is mentioned and we have discussed it already. So these are some of the components that are mentioned like EC2, S3, VPC, Lambda. Then there are more components which we're gonna discuss. These are some of the operating system and infrastructure that are there. CI/CD automations will use Jenkins a lot. GitHub Actions, Azure DevOps, Ansible. These are some of the monitoring tool stack. So Prometheus, Grafana, ELK Stack, Alert Manager. These are the CI/CD automation tools. We haven't mentioned the SaaS container security tools. So, but these are around the open source stack like SendGraph or Zap or Trivi or these kind of tools that we're gonna uh, integrate within the CI/CD pipeline. But if you have some commercial tools within your environment, then we can also discuss them as well. Right. So I have worked upon many commercial tools like Checkmark, Snake, uh, then vulnerability management tools such as Nexpose, Nessus. So we can, and then there are nowadays CNAP is a thing wherein everything that is there from the security perspective comes under one umbrella. So we'll also discuss about them. Operating system and infrastructure, these are the databases, caching thing, and the cloud storage. And we'll try to make you the max hands-on experience that we can give, right? And so that these things will be on your tip once you complete the course, right? Uh, we'll try to keep minimal theory within the courses. That's why we are also providing the labs environment, right? So that from day one or day two, we can start working on the actual stuff, right? Then this is the fees thing that I guess Utkarsh can help you with. So I guess they have already provided discount of 35,000 rupees. And the batch is starting from 4th of October 2025. Duration is 8 months in intensive. Session length, and these will be on the weekly weekend friendly timings, right? We'll connect on Saturday and Sundays, right? Limited seats capacity, which is 35 students. Then I guess Utkarsh can provide you more information on this and on this as well. Yep. So anyone have any questions, anything, any doubts related to anything, or if you want us to add any topic which is not there from the security or DevOps perspective, we can probably rethink and restructure the curriculum as well, right?
So Mohit, hi.
Hi.
If you don't mind, I'll just share them how the lab works.
Yeah, sure.
In the
Please.
meantime, if you have questions for Mohit, you can post it in the chat. He'll take it. Mohit,
So
I think you
in
are the
this
host.
course, is there any language included like Python?
Yes, a little bit of Python or YAML or scripting is there, Bash. But if you know more, that would be really helpful, like Go or something. But we're gonna cover Bash, Python, and YAML. YAML is not a language, but yes.
And
So
one more
BTech,
thing, what about the lab on which we can practice
That is what
cloud?
Ankush is showing right now.
Sure.
Okay, okay.
Mohit, what
Mohit,
about the build tools, Maven? Uh,
Yeah, we'll cover those, Anusha.
yeah, okay.
so guys, you will be given the access to all the labs, right? Now, one question could be like, how many hours of lab is there? So just to give you an overview, like for Easy 400, if you're planning to write the certification as well, so we have enough for you to practice. We have some practice questions for you if you are, if you're planning to give the certification exam. And on labs front, so for each and every module, I'll just go back then to show you. Okay, so if you see here in the portal, right, you'll have the labs for each and every certification that you want to practice. For CKA, if someone wants to write CKS, we can provide that. For Docker Certified Associate, Jenkins Engineer, right? For Easy 400, Easy 500 as well. Now, if you want to write Easy 400, for example, apart from the practice test that you see here, we also have included the labs over here. So for each and every part of the certification, like you want to learn about configuring activity, traceability and flow of work. So we have 3 labs over here. You can shoot the lab by clicking here. And once you click on start guided lab, it will spin the VMs. And it will directly take you to the Azure portal after that. So it will also give you the credentials to log in. So in the meantime, it is happening. Let me just show you the amount of hours. So 6, 9, 15, 15, 24, 50, 40, 62. So as you can see, like almost it's close to about, 70, 80 hours of lab for each and every certification that you will get. Right. So once your VM is done, you can click on Open Console. So
So,
Mohit is going
Ankush, is it related to only certification perspective, whatever the labs you are providing, or for the practice purpose, like along with the course content, we can
yeah.
practice how it is?
Okay, so see, there are certain labs that you need to practice anyhow because of the curriculum that we have designed, right? It goes directly with the classes that you are attending. But if someone is there who wants to also write the certification, you need to practice a bit more. So we have given you enough content, like for CK itself, you have more than 70 hours of lab content that you can go on and practice. Since in 230 hours it will not be possible to cover each and every certification to that larger extent, but we wanted to give you that option, and all these labs are guided in nature. So if you see, even the steps are mentioned over here. In an ideal scenario, you should be able to do it without checking these particular tips and tricks. If you're not able to, yeah, all the assistance is there, over here that is mentioned. There will be certain projects that we will also be doing in the class that will be separate than this labs. Okay.
Ankush, I got what you are trying to say, but along with that, like for example, you said if we are going to do the certification like AZ 400, so do
Right.
we have the content to learn, or we do only have access to lab?
No, you'll have okay. If someone is planning to write the certification exam, you'll be getting the material to learn. You'll be getting the exam papers, right? If you are planning to write the exam, and if someone is writing the exam, it is advised that they let us know at least a week prior, so that we can align them a goal. Because CK is a very expensive certification to give. It's almost close to $500. So if you are investing that amount, we want to be 100% certain that you should be able to clear it in the first attempt, right? So you need to communicate it with the trainer, with the team, so that we can align that one-to-one call for you and make sure that you successfully cleared it in the first attempt.
Is it included in this package?
Yes, it is. The labs are included in the package.
Okay, the
But
content is
yeah, certifications are not. I am right,
Certification,
Ankush? Yeah.
certifications are not. Yeah.
no certifications were not, but I'm asking about not only labs, but how about the content? Content will be
Yeah,
included
yeah.
in
The
this
content will
package or
be
not?
provided to you in the job. So this is how the labs work. Basically, you will get the access over here. Then you can use these credentials to sign in, and you will be able to practice the labs over there, right? So it is 24 by 7. You can practice at any point of time during day and night. And usually the uptime of these labs is 99 point, some percent. So yeah, if you have questions, Mohit is here, I'm here. We can assist you with your queries. Go ahead.
Yes, Ankush, you're audible.
Yeah. So guys, if you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself and clarify it on the spot.
Yeah, anything related to fees, course material, content, labs, or anything that you have, right? Ankush is here from, right. I'm here, so we can discuss.
So, Mohit, were you able to deliver the PPTs and any related notes related to the class and everything? Are you going to share from your end, or do we
Yeah,
need to
yeah, yeah,
cap?
yeah. So the approach that I followed in my previous sessions is basically we'll start doing it on a Sublime editor, right? From the start of the class, right? And then I'll write it down everything, the example, that the website that I'm sharing, right, for practice or anything. So these are the
Mm,
materials that Ankush shared. Apart from that, there are more, right? Then
mm,
just I shared today for the Linux practice, right? So there are a lot of open source content that is available in which wherein you can practice a lot, right? So we'll also gonna share those, and I'll share those notes post class. So I'm assuming, right, there will be a WhatsApp group for all the students and with me, wherein you can post your queries, and I can also on post session I can submit those notes over there, right? So we can plan in such a way.
okay.
Yeah.
It will be daily basis, right? Not on topic wise.
See, the classes will be weekend basis, right?
Yeah.
And post classes, the notes will be posted there on the group.
Okay.
And if you have any queries, whenever I'll we can have like the discussion around them as well.
So, guys, if you have a counselor, you can reach out to them. And if in case you do not, then I have shared you the link. You can fill in this form, and our team will connect with you by tomorrow, hopefully. So, the batch will be starting on 4th. And if you have any final questions, you can get clarity over here. We still have 8 minutes more to go.
Right. And we'll also share some prerequisite before starting of the batch, right, once you registered, so that you guys can have a foundation level setup, right? Although we'll also cover it in the sessions, but we'll also share some prerequisite material for you guys so that you can learn it from there as well. You can start prior.
Mohit, one more thing. I just want to mention to the class that the batch size will not increase more than 20. We have decided to take the total admissions to be 20 or lesser. It will not exceed more than 20. So you guys will have enough one-to-one time to learn in the classroom.
Yes, and we'll
So
keep
I
the
have one
sessions.
query. After
Yes.
completion of job, is there after completion of this program, is there any job SSP?
Yeah. So I'll take it, Mohit. So yeah,
Yeah.
job assistance is part of the program. We have companies that have tied up with us. In the past, we have been helping students with networking jobs, and these companies have been always, in touch with us for DevOps hiring. So we will obviously help you out with mock interviews, some sessions on GD, and some technical interview one-to-one, and placement support part will also be there. So we have some plans as well. If you want more dedicated, personal support for placements, our team will get in touch with you during the course, and you can opt for it as per your convenience. But yeah, free basic career support is there.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
So that is all from our end. Thank you so much, Mohit, for joining us and explaining the curriculum to the students. I hope to see you soon in the class.
Sure. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving your time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Ankush.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Good
and
night.
Thank
fill the
you.
form if you do not have a counselor, so that our team will get in touch with you about the admissions. Okay. Good night. Bye bye.